So probably the most common question that I get asked actually in the YouTube comments is, what do you do with all that veg? And, you know, because we show the harvest table pretty much every week of the year. And, you know, I don't really do recipes. I've thought about doing it, but there are so many great recipe channels on YouTube. And I just don't feel that I would add any value for the effort that I put in. But I thought I'd just do this video just because we happen to be making some meals to go in the freezer and the fridge, and so it gives you a little bit of an insight into, you know, what we eat in a typical kind of winter week. So yeah, let's get on and take a look. So we just finished the harvest, and it was a good old harvest, and the date is 29th of January, and so I just thought I'd just make a quick video showing how we kind of eat well in the middle of winter. And of course we have fantastic salads every day, actually every day of the year, and so the salads in winter are pretty good, very enjoyable, but we do some cooking. I'm not going to do recipes, but I thought I'd just show you some of the things we're going to make today just to kind of stock up the fridge and the freezer. So let's get started with these. So first one's just a basic curry, and so we've got a really nice selection there of mixed veg off the harvest table, fresh off the harvest table. We've got yacon, potatoes, onions, spring onions, and golden beetroot, carrots, leek, and little bits of tatsoi stems. And then we've got some fresh tatsoi, and obviously a bit of rice, coconut milk, sauce, and chickpeas. So that makes a pretty healthy meal. And on this one, which is going to be a soup, we've got tomato stock from the freezer. So that is just fresh tomatoes, blended up, stuck in the freezer. So nothing fancy there. Just a little bit of stock pot for taste, and then basically the same mix of veg but with parsley in it, and yeah, really all that fresh veg straight from the garden, and Vibrant Joy Asian greens there chopped up as well. And we're going to add spelt to that. There's the spelt. It's been cooking for about 30 minutes, and that is going to get pureed. And then we're going to do some cannelloni, and we do two types of cannelloni because we've got vegans to cater for and vegetarians. So that's the vegetarian bit. And oh, what's that flashing? Switch the light off to stop the flashing. So yeah, so that is the vegan bit. So oats and veggie yeast and cashew nuts, and the cashew nuts again, we just cook those for 30 minutes and puree those, and that makes a kind of poor man's cheese substitute. Anyway, then we add all this beautiful fresh from the garden spinach and a whole load of Asian greens, more Asian greens. So this is all red pak choi and passata from our store, and that is unlike the pureed tomato. This is a proper passata, so it's got, you know, onions and garlic and peppers and all that sort of thing in it, and herbs and all of that, and then obviously just some herbs and the cannelloni. And actually should have mentioned when we're doing this that there's garlic in here as well, and golden beetroot. So 3 sample meals, and later on we're doing some apples, stewing some apples, and got a little squash here which we'll probably roast. So quite a nice selection. Normally we just make things fresh on the day, but occasionally we'll sort of have a cooking session and stock up a bit just in case we're feeling lazy. So those first 3 meals are finished now, and they're just getting prepped for the freezer. And we've just started to do the 4th of the meal, which is North African stew. It's just like any other stew really, it's just got a different mix of herbs in it. And yeah, so I'll just show you the ingredients for that one, but I'm not going to show you how that one ends up. It's just a stew. So anyway, if you're interested in how we garden, take a look down below and you'll find a link to my ebook and hundreds of other videos that talk about gardening and self-sufficiency in veg and most fruit all year round. And my name's Steve, and this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.